Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Big Mar. Today is Saturday, February 19th, and today's video is changes. Have you ever had to go through a change in your life? And when I'm talking about changes is like having to move from your state to where you at to somewhere else. Me personally, I've never moved out of California, but I have had thoughts in my brain about living in other places. You know what I'm saying? It was just always thoughts in my brain. I think one place I wanted to move to, like what was really on my brain after experiencing being there, was Philly. Philly was number one. I had Atlanta as number two, and then I had Texas as number three. Now, even though I've never been to Texas, Atlanta, but I have been to Philly, I always thought about moving to these three places, even though I only been to one. So, me going to Philly, when I went out there in 2017 in September, I remember I was passing by with my mom. I was passing by the downtown area, and for the rent, I remember it said $300. And I was like, man, I could do that. You know what I mean? And that was real good pricing for Philly. So you normally don't get that pricing where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? If you out here in California, if you're not staying with a relative or you're not trying to establish getting out on your own, because if you do get out on your own, you have to go to another city. San Francisco is too expensive. So if you do want to go somewhere else, you will have to go to any other Bay Area city if you're trying to stay in the Bay Area. That's a little bit more affordable. Now, two heads is better than one. You can do that. But like I said, we all go through changes in life. You know, we all experience a little bit of highs, a little bit of lows. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have kids, so their expenses is a little freely. Some people, they're not in situations where they got an older system. You know what I'm saying? So you free to do whatever you want. But then you got some people out there that be in situations with, old significant others that lead to later problems that you got to take care of as a man. And not necessarily, it's a burden to us because, men, we talk logically, and, women have different ways of thinking. But what I want to say for the men and women, because this video is for the men and women. So my question to the women is, have you ever thought about leaving where you're from? Have you ever thought about going from where you at now to moving to another place? Because it's not easy, really, if you really think about it, leaving where you grew up, it takes a lot of guts to do that, because you got to really understand most of the friends that you have in that place where you grew up. You might have one or two maybe come visit you from time to time, but in all nationality, you going to a place you probably never really been to like that. Let's generally speak about it. Got to start over fresh. You got to see what the job market's looking like, the pay rates. If you're not driving, you got to see what the transit's looking like. You got to learn that. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn the time stores open so you can go get your groceries. All that stuff. And I feel like if you're so used to it in your state at the time frames that you used to seeing it, it's going to get harder and harder to get used to going to somewhere you've never been, that you want to move to, that you thought about. Is going, you know what I mean? So that's the topic of today in this video. Changes. What changes have you made? Whether it's making a change from moving to one place to another, changes in a relationship. But that's the topic of this video. Thinking about leaving where you're from to go somewhere else. I want to know you guys' answer. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever thought about leaving where you at to go somewhere else. And I feel like it's a lot of people that do it. Because like I said, I still have those thoughts. But, you know, when you have kids, you really got to think about it. You know what I mean? If you got a relationship that you're trying to build on with your significant other, you know, you guys spoke about, hey, we're going to move here. Once you have kids with somebody else and then you're dating somebody else, 9 times out of 10, the man is going to go with the person that he's with. 9 times out of 10, the woman's going to go with the person that she's with. So coming from where you are at, 9 times out of 10, it's really hard. It's really hard to really wake up in the morning and say, man, do I really want to leave where I'm from? Number one, you got to have the expenses. Number two, you and your partner got to be on the same page, your spouse, whatever you want to call it. And number three, plan ahead. You got to really plan that out months and months ahead, because it takes a lot of guts to really say, okay, well, I'm moving to Texas. Okay, you got to learn everything first before you move out there. You got to learn the laws. You got to learn what you can and cannot do. You know what I mean? Know what areas is good to go to at these amount of hours at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about knowing. And then if you know somebody that's already there, that makes it more better, because they'll be able to tell you some things that you don't know. And like I said, my videos is always for men and women, but now I'm going to the men's side. Now, men, what do you think? Is it easy for you to just wake up in the morning and just say, hey, I'm about to move to this place? Is it easy? Now, women, is it easy? I want to know. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about making a change, moving from one place to another place, and if it's easy or not. My name is Big Mar. You can follow me on IG at BIGMARSF, and make sure you check out my new single, Don't Get Caught. It's out right now on all digital platforms, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Have a blessed day.